Members of Congress, I now have the high privilege and distinct honor of presenting to you His Excellency Benjamin Netanyahu, Prime Minister of Israel. Thank you.
The synagogue of Satan, right? So this is the church of Satan, right? Let's take a look.
Ben Cardin, Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, Senators, members of Congress, distinguished guests. Mr. Speaker, I want to thank you for giving me the profound honor of addressing this great citadel of democracy for the fourth time. We meet today at a crossroads of history.
You don't really want to listen
Our
to that
world,
bullshit, so I'll turn that off. You don't really want to listen to all of that. That satanic Nazi propaganda. So I just wanted to talk a little bit. This just happened, right? And so I came across this Bible verse. I thought it was interesting, right? Where it said, "Don't let anyone deceive you in any way, for that day will not come until the rebellion occurs and the man of lawlessness be revealed," right? And move it up a little bit. The man of lawlessness be revealed, the man doomed to destruction, right? That's Thessalonians, right? And so, and when I thought about the man of lawlessness, I immediately thought of this guy, right? Who is more lawless than these people, right? I mean, him and the synagogue of Satan, as written in the book of Revelations, right? Who is more lawless? Might as well bring that up. "Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews, and are not, but do lie." Someone's lying about being a Jew. It's not me. I never said I was a Jew, right, or Christian or anything. "Behold, I will make them come and worship before thy feet, and know I have loved thee." You see? So this man, he said he's a Jew, right? Notice the synagogue of Satan in the background, the church of Satan, right? That's what they do in the church, right? Everybody claps and, sings and hangs out and all that kind of stuff, right? But so this man, he said he's a Jew. He's a Jew. Jew actually meant, and originally it meant Judean, right? From the tribe of Judah, like a race of dark-skinned people from Judea, which would have been considered North Africa. Now he says he's a Jew, but he's from, like, I think Ukraine some fucking where, like, I don't know, like Lithuania, Ukraine, somewhere like that, right? He's from the Balkans. His grandparents, his great-grandparents, his great-great-grandparents, and his great-great-great-great-great-grandparents is from, like, Ukraine or somewhere like that, right? I forget the exit. It's over there in the Balkans somewhere, Lithuania or something. I think Lithuania, right? I mean, he's obviously a white man, right? European. But, so would he be from a Judean tribe? Not on your fucking life. Right? Not on your fucking life will he be from a Judean tribe. I mean, that's obvious, right? He's not from North Africa, right? There's nothing African about this man. You see, nothing, and even more, there's nothing Semitic about him, right? Semite means Afro-Asiatic. There's nothing Afro-Asiatic about this man, obviously. He hates Afro-Asiatic people. And so, but he's considered a Semite, you know. And yeah, so we see that this is probably talking, Revelation 3 and 9 is talking about him. It's probably talking about him and his people. People that say they are from the tribe of Judah when they're not from the tribe of Judah or Dan or Naphtali or any of those, the 12 tribes. And the 12 tribes is a prophecy, you see. Revelations is a prophecy which talks about the 12 tribes and also the false Jew, right? So let's just cut back over. So let's cut back over to Thessalonians, right? And so in Thessalonians, they talk about the lawless, right? The lawless one. The man, it says the man of lawlessness. You see, he said, do not be deceived by the man of lawlessness, right? He told you, I've been here and I've spoken to in your Congress, just like your president. I've done this 4 times. He's probably spoken in Congress more than any U.S. president. If he's not the man of lawlessness, who is? Right? If he's not the man of lawlessness, then who would be the man of lawlessness, right? But what does it say? He is doomed to destruction, right? But they'll give you all these prophecies, like you'll get these prophets come out on YouTube and on, you know, different people. You got to bless Israel. You got to bless, God bless America. God bless it. How could God bless the synagogue of Satan? How could God bless the church of Satan? Look at them. That's what God blessing? God gonna bless them? I'm just saying, when did God bless Satan? I didn't catch that in the Bible when I was reading it. When did God bless the church of Satan? Can anybody answer that for me? When did God bless anybody swearing allegiance to the devil, to the Antichrist? Can anybody? I just want somebody to answer that for me. Because if you do, then I'll delete my channel and go away. I won't ever say anything again. I'll even apologize. I just don't remember any of that. I've read the Bible, a lot of the Bible, and I've never seen where the so-called God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob in the Bible bless Satan or the worshipers of Satan and the Antichrist. I've just never seen it. Maybe you have, I haven't. And I appreciate it if you can educate me. Now, but what this seems to be the man of lawlessness, right? And it said, don't let anyone deceive you. It didn't say let Creflo Dollar deceive you or Barack Obama or Kamala Harris. It said let no one deceive you. In no way, right? For the day will not come until the rebellion occurs and the man of lawlessness is revealed. Now, what's going on in Palestine right now? Wouldn't that be, they call them militants. Well, that would be considered a rebellion, wouldn't it? What's going on in Lebanon? Whatever they would call them militants, and that would be considered a rebellion against the synagogue of Satan, the false Jew. Do you understand? You see, the synagogue of Satan. That would be considered a rebellion. So what you see is people rebelling. Who are they rebelling against? They're rebelling against the man of lawlessness. And it said that a rebellion, so this is a prophecy. Thessalonians is a prophecy. You have to understand prophecy. White people can't interpret prophecy because they read the Bible and their interpretation of the Bible starts in 1975 or like 1980. That's generally how they interpret the Bible, like particularly like end time prophecy. So when it comes to like end time prophecy, white people generally, their end time prophecies start in like 1980. And anything else other than that, or whatever, it starts with like abortion and gay marriage. That's their idea of Bible prophecy. You see? And so when you look at Thessalonians, right? He talks about, it said, do not let anyone deceive you in any way, for the day will not come until, what day? The end times, the days of the end times. What days will not come? Until the rebellion occurs. So there has to be, so we know in the end times, there has to be some kind of rebellion. Where is there a rebellion on the earth right now? Is anybody rebelling in Baltimore? Is anybody rebellious in Chicago? Is anybody rebellious in Houston or Los Angeles or Denver? No. Where is there a rebellion? Well, there will be a rebellion. There's a rebellion in Lebanon. There's a rebellion, a bloody rebellion that killed 186,000 people in Gaza. There's a rebellion right now, you know, in that area. So that would be considered a rebellion. You see? So people are rebelling in Palestine, Israel. You see? Against who? What are they rebelling against? Well, they will let you believe, this man, he would say, well, these are terrorists. They don't like me because I'm Jewish. I practice Jewish religion and I'm from Ukraine. And I came here and took their land from them in 1948 and they terrorists. That's his story and he's sticking to it. Okay, I got you, that's cool, right? I'm from Ukraine or whatever. I came here in 1948. I took this land fair and square, and if you try to fight me, you're not a rebel, you're a terrorist. Like the American Indian, if they tried to fight, you know, the white people in America, then they would be considered terrorists. They wouldn't be considered fighting for their land, and that they and the people that their parents that they killed in their land, they would be considered terrorism by Judeo-Christian European standard, right? Anglo-Saxon, whatever standards. Okay. I mean, let's just, you know, just call balls and strikes. So that would be considered a rebellion, though, right? What we see in Lebanon, what we see in so-called Israel-Palestine, Gaza, the Hamas, they are rebelling against the synagogue of Satan, Revelations 3 and 9. So these are two prophecies of the end times. And you say, well, how do we know the end times? It says the days, the end times, right? The days will not come until a rebellion occurs against the synagogue of Satan and the man of lawlessness is revealed. This man is doomed to destruction, him and his people. You see? So it was prophesied in Thessalonians and in Revelations by John of Patmos that they would be, the synagogue of Satan would be rebelled against in the end times. And during this rebellion, the man of lawlessness would be revealed. Now, to me, that would be the Antichrist, you know, or one of them. Now, so let's take a look. Let's just get at. So we say, well, this man Benjamin Netanyahu and his people. How do we know these are the people of lawlessness? The man. How do we know he's the man? Or how could we? Let's just say we're investigating this like a police, right, or a lawyer or something. Why? Let's look at it like a lawyer. Why would I say he's the man of lawlessness? I don't know. Let's take a look at something real quick. So here we see from this article that South Africa has launched a genocide case against the state of Israel, right? That these people are clapping for. So all these people are clapping for genocide, right? And supporting a genocide case, right? Let's just go slow. Because, I don't want to be too long, but I want to, get it all in. So it says South Africa versus Israel is an ongoing case that was brought before the International Court of Justice in December 2023 by South Africa regarding Israel's conduct in the Gaza Strip, Palestine, where they shut down Christmas and they bombed churches. They have destroyed one of the oldest churches in Christianity, Antichrist. But the Christians in America they're not bothered by that. During the Israel-Hamas war, the rebellion, you see, that resulted in a humanitarian crisis and mass killings. Some estimates have the mass killings at 186,000 people killed. You see? Now, that would be considered a rebellion. I'm not making, just so you see, I'm not making this up, right? So we see the genocide case at the ICJ, and we see the rebellion all written about in Thessalonians. And it said that day wouldn't come. So we see that, and well, let me make this point. Nothing has happened to them. They have been given orders to stop what they're doing, but they haven't stopped. What does that mean? Well, that would mean you're lawless. You see? Stand by. Here we see another article which says, the International Criminal Court of Justice says it's plausible that the Israelis are committing genocide in part of Palestine, the home of Jesus Christ, which is, and Gaza is part of that, where they blew up one of the oldest churches in Christianity. Who would blow up a church? Well, that probably be the Antichrist, right? And so it says, in this place of home of so-called Jesus Christ, the birthplace of Christ, it says that it's plausible that the Israelis, this man on your screen, that they're clapping for and applauding for, and have called him your Excellency. What does that mean? You are the most excellent. You are the most high. What? Your Excellency. Like you a king or something. You see? Your Excellency, Mr. Benjamin Netanyahu. That's what the man said now. What do you want me to do? He called him your Excellency. You see? That's like he's a king. The Antichrist. Satan. The devil. The man of lawlessness, right? That's your own politician, Mike Johnson, who called him that. I didn't call him your Excellency. Just for the record, right? A man who is committing a genocide and has said, we will continue. We don't care. The U.S. Congress supports us. Everybody lets us get away with it. Nobody, we don't care. Right? We can steal this land. We can, anybody that rebel, as in Thessalonians, right, we'll genocide them if you rebel against us. We won't have any slave rebellions here. We'll genocide you. You see? Like America. And so that's what's going on, right? So this is an NPR article. So even though they've been accused of genocide, no one can stop them. Kamala Harris can't stop them. Barack Obama, right? The U.S. Congress, they support and clap for them nonstop. As you can see, they're giving them a standing ovation as I speak, right? They get standing ovations while at the same time being accused of genocide and being called your Excellency, the Most High. You are the most excellent man on the planet. So you can't make this stuff. I mean, I'm not making it up. You see the standing ovations, right? At the same time, you see the genocide, and you see the lawlessness. Now let's go back, right? Stand by. So just bring the quote up from the prophecy from Thessalonians. Do not let anyone deceive you in any way, for the day will not come until the rebellion occurs in Gaza. Now we know where's the rebellion. What rebellion was Thessalonians talking about? Thessalonians was talking about the rebellion in Palestine and in Lebanon and in the state of so-called Israel. The illegal, colonizer state of Israel. It said that there would be a rebellion there and the man of lawlessness would be revealed. And those people of that man are doomed to destruction. You see, so there's not a long time for them, and they're going to be destroyed. Benjamin Netanyahu and the rest of them are the people spoken about in the prophecy in Thessalonians and in Revelations, and they're about to be destroyed, you see. And we know that because of Thessalonians and Revelations. That's how you would know that. You see, you never hear anybody in your church, give you a bust down like this, because they're not honest people. Either they're some of the most evil, lying, hypocritical, dishonest people in the world, or they're the dumbest. Either way, you don't need them, right? Either you the lioness, most hypocritical, evil, wicked person, or you the dumbest motherfucker on the planet. Either way, why would I need you? Why would I want you around me and my children or my family? I'm just saying. get the fuck. I would be like, yo, get the fuck out of here. You're just no good. You have no use to me. You see, at that point, it's a lose-lose, right? So anyway, I just wanted to go over Thessalonians, right? I wanted to go over Thessalonians a little bit and point out that why I think this man is the Antichrist. You see, or is someone very close to him. It either has to be him or someone extremely close to him is the Antichrist, as it is written in Revelations and in Thessalonians, right? And but why you also let you know you shouldn't be afraid of them, right? Because they're on their way out. They're short timers. They're on their way out the door. They gotta pay for their crimes. They gotta get judgment and pay for their crimes. So because they're lawless, right? So by them being lawless, someone has to come and exact judgment and justice. And that's what's about to happen to them. You see? They're gonna get their karma. Not just by the hands of the rebellion that's going on, the people that's rebelling against them, but by the Lord of hosts. But by the Lord of hosts, he has to come and mop up the planet. You see? Because if so, they would get away, right? They would, get away. And this time, there's not going to be any getting away. Because this is not the first time this has happened. You see? This is not the first time this has happened. And so, but this time it's going to be mopped up, and the earth is going to be at peace, right? As is written in the scripture. So, I just wanted to go over Thessalonians and Revelations, and kind of just go over those prophecies, and I think people should be encouraged, right? Like they says, the gospel. This is the gospel, right? This is the gospel is knowing that the wicked and evil people of the earth are going to be destroyed. That's the gospel. That's the good news. They say the good news of the gospel. That's the good news. You see? That's the good news. And so the Bible is a positive. People say, it's not positive or whatever. It's positive for somebody, but why should it be positive for the man of sin and lawlessness? Why should it be positive for him? There's no, he's going to be destroyed. It's a wicked Christian. Only a wicked, evil, dumb, weak Christian would propose that, would go against the Bible and say, well, the man of sin should not be destroyed. Right? One of those a la carte Christians. Well, give me a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but I don't want none of that destruction. No, that's not how it works. Like Kamala Harris. No, I'm not doing anything for black people. No, you're not going to get away with this. You have to be destroyed, like the Bible said. Right? It's not a la carte. You can't get away from the destruction. Like, yeah, I don't want any of that. Just give me some macaroni and cheese and a little bit of those mashed potatoes. Oh, no, you're going to get this destruction too, motherfucker. You ain't going to just get these macaroni and cheese and these Brussels sprouts. You got to get the destruction too, because that's what's written in the book. You got the rebellion. You got the man of lawlessness. Now we got to get the destruction. You see, we got to get to the destroying part. So that's the part you have to wait for, if you believe in these kind of things, right? Because that's what the books say. So anyway, but I think that's a very pertinent prophecy. Thessalonians, Revelations, check them out. That's all I got for now.